if there's one thing that has bothered me a lot, I won't say bother me, have my attention a lot, because in talking with people, the first thing you have to try to do, you got to get them past their temporary situation where they can see an eternal help. And 2 Corinthians chapter 4, once again, verse 18, while we look not, again, as we always say, these writers are assuming a lot of things. They're assuming that you're believing like they're believing. They're assuming you got the same spirit they have. And so when Paul uses that word, while we look not at the things which are seen, he is assuming that since you believe like him, we're supposed to have that same experience. He's setting forth now the criteria of our real faith. We don't look at things, these things. While we not look at these things that are temporal. That's a great assumption, though. Because I believe if we had to be honest with our own self, me included, I would have to tell you that temporary stuff does sometimes have quite an effect on me. I don't know about you, but some things that I know they're temporary. But what I have learned to do now, though, more than anything, is to keep telling myself, this is just temporary. See, once I begin to see that one scripture where it says, this is the day the Lord has made, I started quit living years. And I started living days. You know why a lot of us get messed up? Because we're trying to live a whole year in one day. And you know what God is doing? He only gives you one day. And guess what? And everything that you'll ever need is in that day. Okay? See, that's the reason why he makes the statement, said, you know, in the day that you hear my voice, harden not your heart. Why? Because I'm going to be talking to you in a day. And a lot of times it's that we want God to tell us what's going to happen next year. And we begin to really try to get a brainstorm. What I'm going to be doing next year. Man, this is, I hear people every year. At the end of the year, everybody got the same thing. And you know what they say? Whew, I'm glad this year is over. But you know what happened? The year never got over. Because the same stuff that you had last year is still going on this year. I wish somehow we could compartmentalize our life, whether we can put it on a 365-day calendar, and would somehow be able to totally, when we tear the pages off that 12th month, is that everything that happened prior to that, to my first day in the first year, was all gone. But it's not. Because if I was depressed December the 31st, guess what I'm going to be January the 1st? You can get them talking about a happy new year all you want to. But you didn't have no happy new year because God never came to give you a happy new year. He came to give you a happy day. And until you start living a happy day, you can forget about the happy year. Oh, praise God. So Paul makes it very plain. We're not looking at things which are seen, but at the things that are not seen. Are we? I told you he's been assuming some stuff. He is assuming that I'm not looking at the temporary. He is assuming that I am viewing that which cannot be seen. That's his assumption. Now I know tonight we will prove him wrong, more than likely. But it's not so much proving him wrong, but I think it's for us now to open our eyes and realize some things for ourselves. Is that the only way you're going to make it through this life, you got to get the right vision of what this life really is. So Paul says, for the things which are seen. And when he says seen, he's not just talking about, when we see the word see, he ain't just talking about the eyes, but he's talking about total perception. I can see a hot stove just by touching it. I don't even have to see it in my eyes. You ever touch something real hot and all of a sudden you didn't see it, but you sure got your hand away? You didn't have to see it, did you? But you did see it because you perceived it. You understood that. So when he said, we're not for the things which are seen, they are temporary. No matter how you try to make them eternal, they're going to be temporary. Matter of fact, I think Paul even make a statement even about the house you live in. It's temporary. You know what? If the earthly house be dissolved, you know what that tells me? This baby is temporary. All right? And I know, y'all, I keep telling y'all I'm going to the gym, but I'm not really working out. I'm not ready just yet. It takes me a while. I got to get warmed up to that. It's been on my mind, though. See, that's where it has to start. You have to first get a seed. And I've been trying to think on that idea. Even though I know the earthly house is going to be dissolved, see, I don't want to be a pup tent. A bad landlord. I want to fix my siding up. Kelly, you got to quit. Put new siding on it. You know what I'm saying? Do a little trim on it. But even that, though, I know that's a temporary fix. Because no matter how many times I fix this, I'm going to have to keep fixing on it. Because if I keep living in the temporary stuff, that's not one thing I've gotten that's temporary that I can stop fixing on. Right? So, not just the tangibles, not just the things that I can see. We got emotions that are temporary. How many of y'all get up every day feeling the same way all the time? Any of y'all? None of y'all get up dancing every day? So let me ask you another question then. So, do y'all ever have eternal happiness? Just keep looking this way. Don't worry about it. You ain't got a lot of yourself. I mean, you don't sense you got it, huh? What is that? See, that I told you. Well, I already know one. I know one that don't have it. No, you know what I'm saying? Why is it? Huh? Right. Here, like I say, we got a bipolar thing going on in our Holy Ghost. That's what we have. Here we live in a temporary house that seems to cause us to gravitate to everything that's temporary. You understand? Everything. My old Kelly ain't happy without a temporary fix. So if I get up and I ain't feeling all flesh happy, I got to go to Kroger's. I got to go in here and see what have they got me in here that's going to put joy back in my flesh. And I'm looking all of them down the aisles. I don't know whether it's going to be a shrimp or chicken wings, but I got to get something because I'm just not feeling myself. Do you know how many of us is messed up because we're still trying to feel ourselves and don't even know what ourselves feel like? Huh? Have you ever noticed that? We don't even know how much and how long and what it would take to keep us in a place of true happiness. I used to tell people, I believe some people could wake up in heaven dissatisfied. They'd have a problem with it. But Paul is just telling us, you cannot. Everything that you see has an expiration date on it. There ain't nothing eternal about anything that you can touch, anything that you can feel. Your feelings, they're not eternal. You even believe when the Holy Ghost came, he didn't come to give you feelings. Uh-oh. Had this conversation here just the other day. And, people have all these hypothetical things. And they're looking for those hypothetical answers. They're looking for those answers that are arbitrary, where that, you can feel like this and I feel like this, and what do you think? This is the way I see it. Well, see, I'm going to tell you something. That's temporary stuff. Because really, there ain't but one way to see it. There ain't but one way to see it. When you get through going through all your analytical stuff and with your hypothetical things and telling me, well, what about this? I'm going to tell you right now. God is still the same. Right? I wouldn't care if you find yourself on the bottom of the ocean. God is still the same. See, now many of us think that when our temporary fix don't work, guess who'll get the blame? God. I'm your child. I can't believe you did this to me. Did what? See, what he done for you, you can't buy that at Walmart. It will not be on a rollback price rack. None of that. And here you lose something that's temporary and you lose your mind. I can't believe it. God did me like this. You know what? You know why I feel? The more I live now, I'm just now beginning to enjoy life. I have finally began to be able to thank God for every day. I'm finally realizing, why am I complaining? God can rid us of all our complaints in 1 second. But you don't want that, do you? Do you? But yet you want to complain to him. And he can stop all of that. I told somebody just the other day, I said, you know what, here you are, you're crying. Think about what would have happened if you wasn't here. You wouldn't be able to cry. Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, but you don't understand. Yes, we do. He does. He knows. There's not one thing he don't know. And so why are you allowing, here he came to give you something eternal that's going to last you forever. You're never going to have to worry about what he gave you. It ain't going nowhere. See, God don't give his stuff on probation. He doesn't give it according to the weather. He doesn't give it even according to wherever you come from. And then dangle it and tell you, well, you know what, I ain't going to give it to you though, but keep chasing it. No. You're chasing the wrong thing. Because you know what we end up doing? We end up chasing our problems instead of waiting and discovering the solution. Because we feel like if we can just fix what we see, then everything's going to be all right. You know what I found about life? No sooner you get one thing fixed, guess what? Something else breaks down. Just when you just got them trained good. I better not use that word. That's not good. A lot of women in here, they'll think we're talking about training them. But just when I get her where she knows how to fold my socks, there comes a problem. Well, no, I'm just being honest with you. I'm just telling you. Just when you think you got life all figured out. Didn't see that coming. Had no idea that's going to show up like that. So what do when life springs them big surprises on you like that? Beat your head against the wall? Can't believe this is happening to me? Well, what better person can it happen to? If it's happening to me, what better? Just think about this. God chose me because he knew I can handle it. And then you get people, he says you can handle it, and then you try to make him out of a lie. Can't do it. That's when you started cursing God. You want to die. Is that not what Job's wife said? Curse God. Man, look at you with your pitiful self. Just gone and curse. You all just gone and curse God and die. And many people would rather curse God and die. Don't tell God I can't. That's the wrong way to come to God. You can't tell me that you believe in God and you telling God I can't. You better get the other verse that says I can. Oh, that's in the Bible. What's that in there? I can do all things. But you know the problem is? We can't do all things in our own strength. You know the problem is? We want to use that scripture to make it look like we've been pumping iron and we're strong enough to handle it. I don't know how many times I've seen people try to stand on that scripture and get squashed like a bug. Because when they were saying I can do all things through Christ, they forgot to get in Christ. You're not going to do all things because you can say you do all things. You're going to do all things because you got in Christ, who is your strength. Now you can do all things, not that you're doing anything, because whatever you're doing it by his strength. That's why the Bible says, in my weakness, his strength is made perfect. And you know what you don't want to give up? Guess what? You don't want to give up your strength. Because you feel like it's more important for you to appear strong than to be strong. But if we're going to really be what God says we are, he don't need your strength. He came to give you strength. You've been weak as water ever since you showed up. And you thought you had all. Without him. Anyway, he says, but those things that are seen, they are temporal. But he said now, but the things which are not seen are eternal. You know, I don't ever want people to think, number one, that, because a lot of times when people hear and get excerpts and people run with a line, you know, and say things like, well, Brother Wilson, he don't even believe he's supposed to have a car. He's supposed to have nothing. That's not what Brother Wilson said. You know what I believe? I believe you ought to prosper even as your soul prosper. I don't need a diamond cluster on my hand and a Holy Ghost that can't even cast a demon out of an ant. That's not prosperity. Prosperity is not me having all the things of this world and somehow I am spiritually bankrupt. That's not prosperity. I can't have all the things of this world and I'm going through depression. That's not prosperity. Prosperity, first of all, ain't got nothing to do with your money. It has to do with your wholeness. If you're not whole, you can't prosper. That's what makes us whole. Jesus came to make us whole. Body, soul, and he ain't shortcutting. So whenever you're talking about being prosperous, sometimes the temporal stuff seems to get our attention. Because I know in my mind, I've had many dreams. I even had a dream of taking y'all all on a cruise with me once I won all that money. I said, man, wouldn't that be something? Get all that money, take us a vacation, all the whole church got a whole deck, eat all that cuisine, and just floating on the ocean, having a good time. And y'all be happy just one time in y'all life. Yeah, just one. There ain't gonna be but one ship. Ain't gonna be but one ship, so you're gonna be happy one time. Now, how many of y'all would trade true happiness for a one-time thing? Because, see, I'm going to tell you what. Now, let me just break it down to you because I know you're trying to weigh all this up because, you know, you saved, you're supposed to be happy. But usually your salvation happiness is really kind of like, again, up and down. You know, you'll tell people you're blessed, but you're not really blessed because you ain't happy. Come on now. Blessed does mean happy. You know, no, you can't. Don't tell me you're blessed and you ain't happy. Because to be blessed is to be happy. So anytime you're talking about you ain't happy, quit telling people that you're blessed because you ain't. Oh, Jesus, Lord have mercy. And we forget because what we call blessed usually is so short-lived. God just blessed me with a car. In the morning, you get up, that blessed car that you said he just blessed you with, it's got 4 flats and the battery won't turn your engine over and you ain't out here smiling. Why? Because if it was blessed when you got it, you ought to be still blessed now that you got it. No matter what happens. Oh, this old car, I can't wait. I'm going to get me another car, the old raggedy thing. Y'all ever do that? Man. See, I shouldn't even be talking this because last time I did this here, Had to walk home. But I was happy all the way though. Kept telling myself, you happy? You happy? You happy? You happy? Because see, you know what? If I base my happiness upon things, I am going to be highly disappointed. If I place my happiness in people, I don't need to tell you. If you've lived 15 minutes in this world, you know. People can really make you. Y'all scared to say it, ain't you? Make you unhappy. Why? How come if God made you happy, how could anybody else compare? I mean, if God made you, we say, God done blessed me. That means God has made me happy. Then what happened to his blessing? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because what he does is eternal. That's why the Bible says you blessed forever. The Bible. You are blessed forever. And then you turn around, you even got Christian people believing they got a curse on their life. Yeah. So man, I believe I got a curse. Do you believe that maybe I got one of them generational curse on me? I don't care what was on me before. I need to tell you what's on me now, what's in me now. See, when he blessed me, if there was any kind of curse that was on my life, he blessed the curse right off of me. You know what I'm saying? Any mojo, chicken shaking and all that, voodoo dust, I'm so blessed it don't even stick. Did not the Lord say, those that he blessed cannot be cursed? And I believe that we must come to the place where we either believe we're blessed or we're not. Under the old covenant, it says you be blessed when you stand up, sit down. You're going to be blessed when you go out and come in. And we got the Holy Ghost, which is the real blessing. So it wouldn't matter if I laid down, turned a flip, done a swan dive off the side of the cliffs. I'm blessed all the way down. So I never ever see myself. First of all, I don't see myself as ever being cursed anymore, ever. I don't care what daddy done, mama done, none of that. Because nothing God has blessed could ever be cursed. Nowhere. No person, nothing. You can walk under the ladder. You can let a black cat run across the street in front of you. You're not going to have bad luck. Oh, bro, I all my life I've just been so scared. God has not given you the spirit of fear. Now, I don't go out my way trying to find dead cats. But I did happen to see one the other day. But it was not my luck that ran out. They say they had 9 lives. He probably seen them all at one time. I probably should be saying this on this microphone right here, but I'm just saying. He's a black cat. I sent by the devil to make me think I'm having a bad day. But little did he know, no weapon formed against me. And when he stepped out the darkness, I was going too fast to stop. Needless to say, when I looked back in the rearview mirror, he was still there. He did not even move. He's probably waiting for the next one to come through, I guess. I don't know. But he did not move. See, but what I'm saying is this. I don't live by all that superstitious mess. I ain't on none of that. But well, you better be careful, man. You know, I wouldn't walk on the ladder. You're going to have, don't break the mirror. Man, I'll break every one in my house if it'll make you feel better. You're going to have 7 years of bad luck. And sure enough, no sooner you step out the house. Uh-oh, there go one of them 7 years. Y'all believe that? Y'all getting awful quiet, boy. Y'all get awful quiet on me. I'm just wondering, are y'all walking around the ladders or going under? Stepping on the crack in the sidewalk and all kind of stuff like that, you know. If you got something against your mother-in-law. You know, if you got something against your mother-in-law, they say step on the crack, break the mother-in-law's back. You just go down the sidewalk and just step on every crack now. No, I just I just playing. Oh, God help me, please. But well, let's get back. I'm sorry. Let's see, the thing about it is, we're looking in our life. Most of the time, most people are looking for a temporary fix. We want temporary relief. And especially if something goes on for any length of time. Because, see, the longer a thing goes on in our life, the longer we spend more attention to it, because it really diverts our attention and energy to it. And so we'll spend a lot of time giving all the energy to it. Next thing you know, when it comes time, if you really wanted to worship God, you gave so much energy to it, you really don't feel like getting spiritual. All you want to do is get a fix, which is going to be temporary. Because the real fix that you need is not going to be temporary. But you just want something to relieve the discomfort, the pain. Just give me something, just let me, well, at least if I can't get rid of it, because this is what happened to people today. They'll live in agony and pain and learn how to adapt to it. They'll learn how to hurt and say things like, well, it don't hurt as bad as it used to. Does it still hurt? Is it still there? I need to tell you about what Jesus does. See, he don't come and lead the scab. When he comes to heal, he does a complete job. When the Bible says he saves to the, what? To the what now? He's saving to the uttermost. When he heals you, he's not going to heal you partially. He's going to heal you to the uttermost. When he give you peace, he's not going to give you just a little peace. He's going to give you peace to the uttermost. All the things that he gives you, really, we have not even yet begun to discover how potent and powerful the things that God has invested in us. One of the things that, things begin to catch my attention. Scriptures like, as he is. I got to ask myself a question. As he is, so are we. You think God is nervous today? Think he might be a little upset? Think he may be in peril right now? Do you think God is panicking? No. Okay. So let me ask you another question. Do you think where you at right now, that's how he is? Because as he is, so are we. Do you think he's going through stuff I'm going through? So I need to realize I've got to get it in my heart. Now, wait a minute. Those things he talks about giving me, I blessed you with all spiritual blessings in heavenly places. I blessed you with all. And yet, I'm trying to take my flesh and try to make my flesh produce what I already have. People say, well, if I just try hard enough, if I could just try a little bit harder, guess what? You tried harder. And guess what? It wasn't hard enough. And there is this mechanism in human beings. We don't mind taking baby steps. But if we got to take a large leap, we just might as well stay where the baby steps brought us to. We don't want to go no further than that. See, I remember I had a toothache, scared of the dentist. Wasn't no way I was going to the dentist. I even started buying aspirins every day. I was in high school. I used to buy aspirins. Get my little money together, had them little tin of Anderson aspirins. Come in a little tin can, a little tin box. I'd run to the store every day, buy me a tin of those I'd get those little box of aspirin. Every day. Scared of the dentist. He wasn't going to dig in my mouth. And I had to learn how to put up with something that needed to be removed. So when I found something that would make me forget about my pain, I took it. I finally realized I was spending a lot of money on them aspirins. So finally, I got my nerves worked up. I went on, got it pulled. Sometimes, God can deliver us and we still think we're bound. Do you know what happened to me? Every day at the same time. And the tooth is gone. But I have become so used to fooling myself to adapt that pain that even when I got delivered, the pain was still there. And I wouldn't have known the tooth was out if I hadn't put my tongue back there to make sure it's gone. See, a lot of people get delivered and don't even know they got delivered because the pain sometimes don't go away when they got delivered. And they still trying to treat the pain without experiencing and enjoying their deliverance. See, a lot of times you got to, some of you are waiting for the pain to leave before you realize you've been healed. But I realize, even now, I have to get up every day and realize that this is a day. Did God heal me yesterday? Sure did. Do I feel some effects sometimes? Yes, still do. But you know what? I still hold on to this. I'm healed. Because the moment I divert my attention back to them phantom pains, the pains that should have been gone, when I go back there and the next thing you know, I'm back again fighting the problem that I should have been over with, because when he healed me completely. Oh, praise God. But see, God began to work. That's why the Bible talks about your mind has to be changed. You can't look at things like you looked at things before. You can't perceive things like you used to perceive things, because now there's only one way to see it. Only one way. Not a bunch of ways. God only has one way to see it. His way. And you'll say, well, no, I see what you're saying, but there ain't no buts in this here. It's going to be just like he said. The Bible says in Proverbs 29:2, when the righteous are in authority, when the righteous, and that's not, I'm not just talking about just people alone, but I'm just talking, even in your life, when the righteous one rules, it'll cause you to rejoice. When God is on your throne, you will rejoice. When the righteous rule. And that's what really tells you what's really ruling in your life, by how you react to what's happening. I don't have any authority when I allow things to steal all my peace away from me. I might get mad at the devil, but I still ain't got no peace and I ain't got no power. But when the wicked rule, they are without remedy. I see there's a side of us that wants to be in the king's seat, wants to be in the driver's seat, always got us in trouble. But you know what it never gives you? A remedy. Can't never cure it. Can never fix it. Because whatever you're in, whatever your flesh rule, it cannot heal itself like that. It can get you in trouble, but it can't get you out. It'll make you make dumb moves and dumb mistakes, but it won't help you figure it out. So when the wicked rule, there is no cure. There's a lot of people don't realize their mindset. I ain't calling you wicked, but when your mind is ruled by your flesh, it'll give you ideas, but it won't give you no cure. None. You can sit down and try to make your mind do something. Ain't going to happen. Ain't going to happen. Ain't but one answer to all these things, friend. Ain't but one way. I don't care what you think. You can think people are selling out and going crazy, but there ain't but one way in this. Just one way. There ain't but one authority in your life. Just one. And if you don't discover that authority in your life, there's nothing anybody else can do to ever straighten your life out. There is no people can straighten you out. None. The only one can straighten out a life is the one who gave the life. And if he doesn't straighten it out, it ain't going to be straight. How many times have you as a person wanted to straighten somebody else out, while you yourself can't be straightened out? It's like the Bible talks about, how can you got a big old beam in your eye and you're trying to pick that little splinter out of somebody? You can't do it. See, I'm going to tell you what, human nature is like this. There's always some, nobody's as good as you are. I know. We figured that out already. When God made you, he broke the cast. Ain't nobody else in this world like you. You're the one and only. First of your kind. You surprised God even. He didn't know you was coming. I know I didn't. See, in Mark chapter 1:15, where it says Jesus come, they're preaching the gospel. We talk about the time is at hand. Time is fulfilled. Kingdom of God is at hand. Repent, believe. And let me just break it down. Believe the good news. Believe the gospel. Believe the good news. See, your mind don't tell you good news all the time. And you know what's really strange? Your mind don't even hardly like good news. Good news drives us crazy. Too much good news drives us crazy. You know what we'll say if everything got real good? Man, I'm bored. Ain't nothing to do. See, bad news keep us busy. Good news? We don't want a bunch of good news. Because you know if you did want a bunch of good news, you know where you spend most of your time at? Where good news is. But do you know you're not going to spend that much time trying to get good news? Oh, Jesus. Brother Wilson, that's not me. Okay. I ain't going to even ask. I want you to answer them. How many of y'all probably peep at the news every now and then? Some people make it a religion. Oh, man, it's 10 o'clock. I got to see the news. Now, because that feeds. I mean, we're creatures. We love bad news. Which one would you go out to see? Someone building a house or see a house burning? Which one would you stop at? Huh? House on fire. Who is it? Let me get out. Oh. I want anybody to get hurt. We all on that. But you wouldn't stop to see somebody just making the garden or something. No. Because you know why? There ain't no good news. You can't call nobody on the phone and say, guess what I seen today? I seen a lady making a garden. I thought you had something to tell me. You called me. You said you had something important to tell me. You always tell them sometimes, man, I got something really important to tell you. I'm going to call you when you get home. Okay. Call them up. What was you going to tell me? I just need to tell you today Jesus loves you. Is that all you called me for? Now, y'all laughing. But I'm serious. Because somebody call you up with good news, you're going to get tired of that conversation. You ain't got nothing else to talk about? I'll tell you what, I got to go right now. I got some things I got to be doing. Waiting on the next call that got bad news. No. Jesus came to give us good news. Because when we started getting good news, we're going to be able to give some good news. Because right now, what we can talk about ain't good. And you know why you can't talk about good things? Because you ain't had no good news. Oh, praise God. God is so good, he's about to make me hurt myself. Jesus said, man, the gospel. Believe the gospel. Believe the good news. What am I going to believe? I'm going to believe the good news. You know what he tell me? Man, I'm going to believe he gave me the peace. That's good news to me. In a world that's so messed up, and man, if you ever need the peace of God, you probably need that right now. And that, to me, that's good news. Man, I begin to tell people about, man, but I got so much peace in my life. Yeah, okay. Well, let me tell you what's going on. I don't want to, if it ain't good news, I don't want to hear it. Don't tell me all that bad stuff. Then at the end of all that bad stuff you tell me, then you're going to say, but God is good. Why don't you tell me that first? If you'd have told me God was good at first, you could have cut out that other stuff because it would have meant nothing. But you want to tell me all the bad things and then punctuate it. Well, but God is good. If he's that good, I ain't got nothing bad to talk about. Oh, Lord. I said if he's that good, then what I'm going to be talking about is going to be good. Man. How Jesus help us. Woo. He said, man, I'm going to tell you what, the kingdom was at hand then, but it's in us now. He put the kingdom in you. Good news. He's here. See, most people don't know this. Had this conversation yesterday or the day before yesterday. Someone was asking me a question. Don't ask me a question you don't want answers to. Or mine anyway. Because I'm that guy that showed up and ain't got nothing good to say. Nah, just playing. But that's what it seemed like. That's what it seemed like. That prophet was in the old days. He said, call him. No, don't call him. Because every time you call him, he ain't never got nothing good. He ain't never agreeing with me on nothing. He don't never say what I want him to say. No, I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. That's not my job. No, I don't want to put a Band-Aid on your problems. I don't want to tell you how you can extend yourself in your problem. I have a real direct, straightforward, right down to where the rubber meets the road. Because when we get through going through all them different spiritual prescriptions I can give you, at the end, you still won't be there. Let's just cut to the chase. Go straight to the source. Guess who that is? Anybody know who that is? That's Jesus. It was him that said, I will come and I will make my abode with them. Everybody but me. Oh, me too? Everybody said me too. All right, say, because some of y'all didn't know it was y'all. Because you believe he can make his abode in everybody but you. But he came to make his abode. Now think about this. Jesus is not renting your little lean-to shack. He lives there. Right? He's there now. And when you leave here, guess where he's going to be? When you lay down tonight, you know where he's going to be. All right, he does not have a change of address card. He bought your house. The Bible says he has redeemed. In other words, I paid for this. And some of you don't even feel like you're worth the payment. You're sitting there talking about little old me. As if what he paid for you wasn't the same he paid for everybody else. One thing about God, the same price. He paid for one. You know what that tells me? He thinks that you are just as precious as somebody you think is bigger than you are. Got the same price. So now why is it that you think that he's willing to put the same price on you, but he won't do in you what he said he'd do in you, but he can do it in everybody else? He can make everybody else happy, but he can't make you happy. Well, I ain't going to say that because it's hard to find happy people anymore. It really is. It's hard to find happy people. It's hard to find peaceful people. It seems like all of us we're always in a storm and don't know how to get out. We're always upside down, don't know how to stand up. And all these things really come down to one thing. Believe the gospel. Yeah, but I did believe it one time. No, it's not a matter of one time. That faith has to keep going. Believe the gospel. I think Jesus had good news. And if we would listen to what he said, we would have some good news in us. Because the moment you start letting your temporary life dictate to you how much you got God, you already messed up. You're not going to make it looking at you. Bible never said looking unto yourself. No, he never said go in the mirror and check the pimples out. No, ain't but one place you should be looking. Looking unto Jesus. Your mirror, you may put Jesus on it, but that ain't Jesus in it yet. Looking unto Jesus, who is the author. He's the one that started it. You didn't start nothing. And yet we don't trust God who created everything to finish what he started. Did he leave an incomplete creation? Huh? You still walking on what God spoke many, many years ago, and yet you can't trust him for your present situation. The same God that did all that, he's in you. And yet you're telling me, I don't think I can make it. You can't. You never could. That's why your faith has got to be in him who can. I can't believe in myself. I got to believe in him. I know I can't make it. But I know one who did make it. And then trying to tell me because I did. You know what he told me, Brother Cree? He says, since I overcame, guess what you can do? You're going to do the same thing because I did it. Ooh-wee. That make a man like me go crazy. You understand? That makes me go in my house, and even if the devil began to talk in my house, I'd have to kick him out. Well, anyway, let's keep going. Lord Jesus, we love you. See, what happened is this. A lot of times, we can tell what's temporary in our life. It makes more noise than anything else. That temporary stuff like a spoiled brat. Always want attention. You know, I mean, we can always tell what's really ruling our life or what affects our life. There are us who we have the Holy Ghost. We have the ability to have a lot of power in our life to operate in. You see, when the Bible tells you that there is two things going on, there's the flesh is lusting against the spirit. The spirit is lusting against the flesh. And so what we have is this great big warfare, and we have never been able to subdue and see our victory yet. You know what I'm saying? Because every time it flares up, we'll leave off the things that's going to really take care of that problem. And so we'll go again trying to fight a battle you can't win. Any battle you have in your life, Jesus fought it for you already. Hmm? Oh, God. Here we go. I said every battle you fight, and guess what? He fought that one for you already. So why would you tell him he can't win? I don't see. We ain't gonna make it. We can't make it in this one. If he fought that battle, because a lot of y'all are fighting battles that ain't even his. See, the battle is the Lord. Did y'all tell me that? Didn't y'all say that? Did y'all sing that song? Yeah, the battle, it's the Lord's. Then let me ask you a question. Who you fighting? Who you fighting? Because if it's his battle, guess who ought to be fighting? Because see, most things that we're fighting right now ain't even his battle. Because if you're in his battle, you got victory. But if it's yours and you're laying claims to it, it's yours. And no matter how you try to dress it up and say, well, you know, Lord, give me strength, Lord, in the name of Jesus so I can win this battle. That ain't what he told you to do. He said, the battle's not yours, son. It's mine. Yeah, but God, you don't know how to fight like me. Oh. So I told him that. I told God that. I said, God, you don't know how to handle my business like I know how to handle my business. I can get some things done. Yeah. Yeah, I said, call time. Go ahead and take a seat for a minute. Let me handle this. I was real upset. I was really upset. I didn't want to put no burden on God to handle my little problems. Right? Because everything's too small to really take it to God, but it's killing us. I would pray about that. It's just too small of a thing. But it's killing you. And you won't even let God have it. All you're doing is praying, God, give me strength to go through. God said, no, you get weak and I'll go through. If you get out the way, I'll go through. But you know what? Well, hold on, God. One more. Let me try one more time. How many times do you have to keep trying to fail? How many times? When do you finally say, I give? I give. But as long as you're breathing, kicking, and that's all you're doing, I gotta make it. I gotta make it. I gotta make it. I'm fighting. I'm fighting a good fight. You know, the good fight of faith, it ain't how bruised you got. That's not a good fight. You see, it is a good fight of faith. It is a good one. Because I'm going to tell you what, when you want to believe God, everything against God shows up. And usually shows up in the form of you. I wish I could tell you. I wish I could tell you. I wish I could tell you that somehow there was a guy with a red suit on and a pickfork that he was your problem. But I can't. Because you know what I know? See, I just read the name. He said, I have given you power over all the works of the devil. Now I'm trying to figure out. So if there's some resistance going on in your life, it might be that it's not the devil fighting you. It's probably you fighting God. That just sounds so bad. And you know how you fight? Because see, his faith, you're trying to fight God with your fears. And he's trying to give you his faith. And you calling it, man, devil just want me to have nothing. The devil can't stop me from having anything that God has for me. Huh? I don't get permission from the devil to get peace. I don't get permission. Some of y'all might. I don't. Devil, I tell you what, I'm going to give you some money. Take a vacation. Right? I don't care where you go. Just take a vacation. I'll be here when you get back. I just need to have a little reprieve. I know it sounds funny, but some of y'all don't know. Some of y'all are asking permission just to have the peace of God in your life. Some of y'all are. Not only are you asking, you're even trying to go and buy some peace for your life. If I just had this, I'd be happy. You got some cheap happiness. Your happiness is real cheap. Why settle for that bargain basement stuff? If I'm gonna be happy, I don't want no cheap happiness. I don't want cheap peace. Now, many of you will be satisfied just if everything just calmed down. You can be sick as long as you be sick and feel pretty good. You're happy because your bills are paid. That's good. But I'm happy when mine ain't either. Now, I messed around, didn't know, I forgot had to go back and start paying the water bill again because my daughter, well, I didn't let her live there free, I told you. And I forgot it. I guess she thought since she didn't live there for a while, she probably didn't have to pay it. So I could have brought a little unhappiness to me, I could have been very upset, you think? You come in the house and realize that pink notice over there, you didn't even know you had a water bill because you thought. Just did. Had to get up at 12. Had to go to the drop box. Do you know how happy I was doing that? No, I was happy. Never said a word. I'm changing. See, because my life is not hinged upon somebody mispaying a water bill. My life ain't even on that. I felt so good going and putting that little check in that little box. I couldn't believe it. You know what I done? You know what would have happened 25 years ago? I would have went in there and told her, you need to get up out this bed. I'd have been upset. You know what? When God gives you something and you know he done gave it to you, I don't care what else happened. Keep what he gave you. Keep what he gave you. I got to let you go here in just a few minutes. I see Brother Chris. He's smiling. He must have a question. Well, say something. I don't know. I don't say it so much. I feel bad. I feel like I done preached and everything. You, but you know what I done? I tore it up and put it in the garbage can. I didn't even want her to see it. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing. If you're here tonight and you got on your mind anything that you might would say, man, I'd be happy if. If that's on your mind, that means you didn't find him yet. Not like he wants you to find him. Because when I find him, I no longer have to wait or figure out what will it take for me to be happy. Do you know what happens when people get happy? Happiness produces happiness. You get happy, you'll be amazed. Next thing you know, you're going to make people angry with you, but they ain't going to want to hang out with you because you're too happy. Do you know people get upset with people for being too happy? They won't want to hang with you. When you start living in the peace of God, they ain't going to want to hang. Because every time they get ready to put drama, you're going to bring peace. That's just like getting mad and somebody still grinning. Nothing used to upset me more than when I get mad and you still smiling. Don't you see me mad? You need to be getting like me. Question, statement, comment, anything tonight before I let you go. 2 for $6. Impossible Burgers. I'm just telling you. I don't know whether they're healthy for you or not, but they sure got me food. I ain't ate one in a while, though, but I just want to bring that out. You interested? I don't know what they got in it, but I know what this here, they sure had me food. I ain't never tasted nothing fake that tastes so real. Made me pull over on the side of the road, pull the bun up. I said, I think they gave me the wrong sandwich. I got ready to turn around and go back to the window and tell the woman, I said I wanted one of them Impossible Whoppers, but it was impossible. And it was. Anyway, let's just go home and fast about it then.